Welcome to the Hopefulist, a daily talk show hosted by veteran broadcaster Wendy McClure. Join Wendy each day as she shares her life lessons that transformed her from perpetual pessimist to the ultimate hopefulist. The perfect morning show to get you caught up on the day's top stories while sharing insights that will lead to positive transformation and bring out the hopefulist in you. For more inspiration, visit hopefulist.com. And now, here's your host and hopefulist, Wendy McClure.
Thank you, Matthew. It is a Tuesday, a Taco Tuesday, and thank you for joining me as always. In a little bit, I'm going to talk about my blog post, which is a secret that I have been keeping. Not a big secret. Not really even a secret. Just something I haven't really discussed via podcast yet. But stay tuned for that. It's going to be coming up in just a little bit. Joe has dismissed himself from the podcast. He said he doesn't like the way he sounds. He said he thinks that he sounds like an idiot. I said that he doesn't, that he sounds great, and he's got some positive feedback. But he wasn't interested. I might try and talk him into doing another one later in the week because I would really wanted to do a Facebook Live of the two of us. And I'm sure I can talk him into it. I'll be like, "You're doing it." And he'll be like, "Oh, man." And he always says, "I don't sound like that." And then yesterday, he said, "I guess I do sound like that." So he wasn't a big fan of partaking in the podcast, but we'll see if we can talk him into maybe a little bit of the podcast and a Facebook Live later on this week. I wanted to mention, I had posted a picture on my Instagram and on the brand new The Hopefulist group page about getting to the gym finally on Friday. I talked a lot about how I had put off my workout. I had gone on Tuesday. I was supposed to go on Monday, put it off till Tuesday. I did go on Tuesday, and then I was supposed to, in order to get back on my regular schedule, go on Wednesday. Did not go Wednesday, did not go Thursday, but I did force myself to go on Friday. And this is what I tell you, I forced myself. I really didn't want to go. But I knew that if I stopped, it would be that much more work to get back. So I forced myself to the gym, and I had a hell of a workout. I did my lower body, and typically what I do on lower body days is I do about 15 minutes on the bike as a warm-up, and this lower body workout is so intense. It's very cardio. It's not cardio-based, but I get a lot of cardio in because I'm sweating and I'm out of breath. And, you know, my friend Angela had made up this workout for me, and I love Angela, but I also hate Angela because I'll tell you, it's like an hour of torture. So I got through that hour of torture. And normally I would go walk on the stair stepper for about 10 minutes. And I just couldn't bring myself to do it on Friday. So I let myself off the hook when it came to the stair stepper. And I was really in a lot of pain. Not pain, just tired. So I just, cut it short. I just cut out that last stair stepper. And I took a picture of myself. And I posted. That's what I posted on my Instagram and my Facebook group page. And I gotta say, I got a bit of a response of that because I was soaked. I really was. I really had put in a good workout. But here's the greatest thing about forcing myself to go on Friday. The fact that it was Friday, I got it in before the weekend. I wouldn't feel as guilty about indulging in some adult beverages, in some not so great for you food. And I wouldn't be feeling guilty all weekend for still not getting to the gym when I've already felt guilty all week for not getting back after Tuesday. So it was about an hour of torture, but then I had a great feeling for the rest of the weekend, and I didn't worry about it, where I know if I hadn't gone to the gym all weekend, I'd be like just thinking about Monday, going, "Oh, I got to get back. I got to get back. I got to get back." I didn't think about it at all because now I know I'm back on track. And this is how I want to continue because, like I said, I'm seeing results. It would be the worst time in the world for me to stop now. I got a home workout in yesterday. I was supposed to go to the gym, but couldn't bring myself to go to the gym. Like I said, it's a constant struggle. It's a constant struggle. The good thing is once you get into a good groove, you actually do want to go more often. I have to get back into that group. But I did do a home workout yesterday, so I'm not going to beat myself up too much. I have to try and get to the gym at least 2 more times this week Joe and I have plans. We're going to go to a nursery we heard about from our neighbor that's up north a little bit and get tomato plants. And I'm going to grow some basil this year. And I'm very excited about going to this nursery. I hear it's just, acres and acres and acres of all kinds of stuff. Probably pick up another couple of flowers because I love me some flowers. And then there's a place called Delicious Orchards. It's in Colts Neck, New Jersey. And I have a gift card. And this place is so cool, so expensive. But I have a gift card, so that's okay. So we're going to go up there and do that today. So I will probably not hit the gym today. I may be able to hit the gym tomorrow, which is my regularly scheduled day. So I'll try to get to the gym on Wednesday. And then I think I might try and squeeze Thursday in as well because we are going to the Phillies game on Thursday. It's an afternoon game. And we'll probably hang out a little bit in town somewhere after the game because we don't get to Philly very often. So I'm a little concerned that I'm going to be super tired on Friday to get to the gym. We'll see how it goes. I'm going to get my 2 workouts in some way, shape, or form. But like I said, I'm so glad that I pushed myself to get to the gym on Friday because then I felt guilt-free for the weekend, and that's really, really nice. I found a story. I was trying to concentrate a little bit on marriage and such because Joe was supposed to be with me. But yeah, that seat is empty. I did bump him back to the bedroom. I was like, I feel a little nervous just you sitting there listening to me. So you get on back to the bedroom so I can say whatever I want about him. And he's not going to know until he listens. And since he's home this week and he listens on his way home from work, he might not listen at all. So I can trash him all I want. Ha, 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 ha. I won't do that, though. But I did come across a story on one of the news sites that I followed about a wedding guest. She wasn't really even a guest. It's about this couple, and it was somewhere in Pennsylvania. I think it was more out west. That the father of the bride's friend had asked if he could bring his daughter and her boyfriend, her husband, I'm not sure which, but she was not an invited guest. He asked if she could come. They said yes. Of course, you can bring her and her date. Apparently, she showed up with 10 Tupperware containers, filled 7 of them with the food that they served at the wedding, and 3 of them with the dessert that they served at the wedding. I read a lot of the comments, and I was very surprised at how many people were like, big deal, who cares? They throw so much food out anyway. I would have been horrified if that were my wedding. If somebody just showed up with containers, first of all, I paid for all the food. If anybody's taking it home, it should be me. I didn't have any food left over at my wedding. And people had told us afterwards, you should have had them make you up like 2 platters to take back to the room with you after the wedding. I said, yeah, that would have been a great idea had I known about it before the wedding. There was so much food that we didn't get to eat because, when it's your wedding, you're so busy. We did get some of the prime rib. We had a mashed potato bar, so I did have a little bit of that. And I think that's it. I don't even know if I had, we cut the cake, but I don't think we ate the cake. I know that I had a chocolate fountain. I'm not sure if I even dipped into that at all. But you know what it's like if you're married and it's your wedding. You just don't have time for anything. So I wish we would have gotten some Tupperware containers of our own to take the food home in. But we did not. And as far as I know, all the food was gone. All the food was gone. All the liquor was gone. My guests are hungry and thirsty. So if somebody had showed up with these Tupperware containers, I probably wouldn't have said something to them because clearly this bride didn't even know this person. She extended the invite to her wedding, and I don't know, I just think that's so classless, so tacky. It's really beyond me that somebody would even try something like this. But like I said, if I were the bride, I probably wouldn't say anything to her. I'd be horrified. I'd be staring her down like, what are you doing? And I'd probably go to the person that invited her, to the father of the groom, or father of the bride, I'm not sure which one it was, and say to them, what are they doing? You tell them that's not okay. Like I said, a lot of the comments were like, big deal, a lot of food gets thrown out. It's the point of the matter. It's not about the food that's being wasted. It's about, who are you to show up as an uninvited guest and take food back home for your family. I think that's absurd. Would you ever do something like that? Like, I try to tell you to not worry about what people think, but, there's a line. That's just completely insane. I don't know. I feel like I want to beat that girl down. I want to take her down. I guess they just let her go with it. I'm not really sure how it ended, but that's what the story goes. She had 7 Tupperware containers full of food, 3 Tupperware containers full of dessert. Well, some people ate really well on the bride and groom's dime. I wonder if she gave a gift. They didn't mention that in the story. She probably didn't even give a gift. It just seems like the kind of person that would show up with Tupperware containers would not bring a gift, and if it was, it probably would be not a very good gift. So the topic that I had brought up for today was about wedding ring inscriptions. When Joe and I got married, they said, you can get something inscribed in your wedding band. Now, my wedding band is so thin. I was like, it's not like I'm even going to be able to read it, so don't worry about me. But at the last minute, I was like, oh, this is what I want you to put into Joe's ring. And I wrote it down because I wanted it to be a surprise for him. And I don't think he really thought anything of it. He's just like, oh, all right. Like, I think maybe he thinks it's a little corny, which it is. But I had inscribed in his ring, my genie. Why, you ask? Well, of course, because he makes all my dreams come true. And 7.5 years later, he still is. So he truly is my genie. I thought it was sweet. I think he thought it was a little corny. Okay, that's fine. If you don't want to be the person who makes my dreams come true and have it inscribed in your ring, whatever. We don't really ever discuss it. I actually took a picture of his ring yesterday. I said to him in the morning, I said, give me your ring. Whoa, why? What's going on? Oh, yeah. Now he knows. He does sound like that. And I took a picture of the inscription, and I put it up on the Facebook Hopefulist page, and I asked for people to comment on what they have inscribed in their ring, if anything, and I really got little response. I had Jim that responded that said he only had the date of their wedding inscribed. And I don't know, is this something that is too personal to share, or do most people not do it? Was it something that you just didn't really give thought to, or did you not care? I don't know. Maybe you just didn't care. I thought that was a really nice, personal thing for you to say to your significant other on your wedding day. Maybe a lot of people don't get the inscription. I'm not really sure. It did not get a lot of feedback on the Facebook page, and always that happens. I'm always like, what happened? Was it a boring topic? Did nobody care? Does nobody want to share that with me? It doesn't matter. I'm going to talk about it anyway because I talk. That's what I do. But if you want to still chime in and tell me what you had on your ring inscribed, you feel free to go to the Hopefulist page and share that. If not, no big deal. So today's blog post I'm going to go on to is the secret I've been keeping. I'm trying to make it a little alluring. There is a picture that I posted that says, I used to walk in a room and wonder if they liked me. Now, I wonder if I like them. So this secret that I've been keeping, it's not really a secret. I just don't really talk about it as publicly as I do personally. Now, if you've listened to me on the radio in the past, I have mentioned this. I've talked about it. I talk to my friends about it all the time. I'm a proponent of it. And because it's really made a world of difference in my life, I fear a little bit that some people will think less of me. But I finally just decided that has to be their problem and not mine if they hold it against me. I'm focusing on getting help this week. You get the help you need. That's what I'm trying to focus on this week, and I figured this was the perfect time to put it out there, so here it goes. Are you ready? Are you ready for the big secret? Have I built it up enough? It's going to be such a letdown when you hear that I am on medication. Yep, I am on anti-anxiety medication, Lexapro. I love it. Now, I had always been very much against medicating myself. I felt like that was cheating for some reason. There's been some members of my family that have been on antidepressants for many years. They would try to talk me into giving it a go. They're like, it's a problem in your brain and chemistry and all of that. And I'm like, nope. You know what? Life is full of ups and downs. You can't just take a pill to make everything better. That's what I always said. And now I realize, oh, how silly I